What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, if you watched the Jake Paul fight or watched my stream, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Now, we got to talk about it, man. This fight, up till 5 a.m. watching it as usual. I can't say that was a good fight. The fight itself was pretty shit. The first, 5 rounds, man, it was a fucking snooze fest. It literally seemed like Huggies sponsored this shit. Nothing really happened. Either fighter wasn't really doing much. Jake Paul landed a few nice shots. Woodley landed a few nice ones too. But overall, I was certain this fight was going to points. It was going to a decision, maybe even a draw. But then, out of absolutely nowhere, Jake Paul clocks Tyron Woodley with a knocks him spark out. I'm not talking just briefly knocked down 10 count. I'm talking Tyron Woodley was tucked up in bed, put to sleep, read a bedtime story. The works. He was out for a while. And you have to say fair play to Jake Paul at this point. He's knocked out pretty much everyone he's fought. Clean. Tyron Woodley is a fighter. I know he's not a boxer, which is why the fight was so boring, because they both just aren't boxers, but he has a chin. Tyron Woodley is a hard motherfucker, and to knock him out like that with one punch, one clean punch, no one can deny Jake Paul now has knockout power, one punch knockout power on a UFC champion. It's the facts. It's absolutely the facts. I mean, look at it at this other angle too. Absolutely crazy. I mean, to actually knock someone out like that is an insane skill that not many people have. Not many actual boxers have that skill, let alone Jake fucking Paul. Wild. Absolutely wild. Thank fuck Jake Paul pulled that out of his bag, because I would have been up till fucking 5 a.m. watching the absolute snooze fest, because in reality, Jake Paul wasn't fighting very well. Neither was Tyron Woodley. And who knows, if that was Tommy Fury and Jake Paul stepped up like that, the first 5 rounds, an experienced boxer could have taken Jake Paul, 100%, could have absolutely taken him. Jake Paul looked tired, didn't look himself, but he managed to find that one punch, which also is a skill in itself, to dig deep, find that bang. That's going to end the fight, destroy Woodley. That is a skill, and you have to give him props, even though I would say the first 5 rounds were not impressive in the slightest. Now, Jake Paul obviously poked fun at Tommy Fury, walking out in this outfit, United Kingdom flag reading, "Hey Tommy, wish you could have been here, but watching from a TV is cool too." We also have some reactions from big celebrities and big YouTubers. Deji reacted by saying, "Fair play, Jake Paul." Roman Atwood said, "Holy knockout" at Jake Paul. And Zerka from the Sidemen, KSI's best friend, tweeted out, "Yeah, Jake Paul, that was nutty. Mental." And I mean, that is the right reaction to have. Give Jake Paul props. He knocked out Tyron Woodley. I mean, knocking out Nate Robertson really isn't that impressive. Someone who hasn't actually boxed, but knocking out Tyron Woodley, a veteran UFC fighter, is impressive no matter which way you twist it. However, it's the internet. Everyone who really doesn't want to give Jake Paul any props, and I'm the last person who wants to, but you have to, is tweeting out that the fight was rigged, as is usually the case now with any Jake Paul victory. The latest excuse is that apparently Jake Paul signaled Tyron Woodley that he was about to knock him out. Not that anyone didn't know, but Jake Paul signaled his right hand to Woodley and then hit the KO. So rigged. Sheesh, these Jake Paul fights are rigged. Someone even tweeted out a clip from Creed where Michael B. Jordan was getting trained to get knocked out. This is how Woodley went down. Rigged fight with this clip.
Backgrounds watching, and action.
Oh, it isn't. There's nothing like that. I mean, just watch this angle. It is so clear that Woodley just got sparked out and didn't see the punch coming. Someone replied to one of my tweets saying, "KSI wouldn't take a dive for money like Woodley just did." Even Ninja's wife, Jessica Blevins, these fights are rigged and you can't tell me otherwise. And on the thought of Tyron Woodley being signaled that he's about to get knocked out, a TikTok is now going around with this. And what the fuck are you actually chatting? People don't actually realize how much skill it would take to actually even rig a fight like that. And also, why the fuck would Tyron Woodley put his whole reputation, his whole UFC career on the line, everything he's ever done, just so Jake Paul could knock him out and he could get paid. Like, are you really that fucking dumb? Like, come on. The fight absolutely was not rigged. Jake Paul turning his hand, whatever people are saying, doesn't mean the fight was rigged. He's just fighting. That's all he's doing. Do you think Tyron Woodley's staring at his glove and thinking, he's turned his glove. Time for me to get knocked out now? How fucking moronic is that shit? I mean, even if you hate Jake Paul, and I know the majority of my audience really don't like Jake Paul, can you honestly say, hand on heart, you watch that knockout and can be like, yeah, that's rigged? He definitely staged that. As if it was a choreography and they trained before and made sure that, this signal means time for you to get knocked clean out. And Tyron Woodley was knocked spark out. Like, he hit the deck. This wasn't a case of someone rigging a fight or anything like that. People really don't want to give Jake Paul the props that he now deserves. I mean, KSI, let's make no mistake now, he would wipe the floor with KSI. And I know a lot of fanboys are going to be really mad at me for saying that, but he would. KSI hasn't got that power. KSI hasn't got the boxing capabilities to even fend off that kind of Jake Paul power. He could scrap him, and like he did with the Logan fight, and that might work. But honestly, I really don't see Jake Paul or KSI going KSI's way. But also, KSI's had less experience now. Jake Paul is super active. KSI would really need to start fighting more, but I don't think he really gives a fuck anymore. Now he's doing music and doing all his other stuff. So maybe that's why, I think KSI is definitely off the boxing scene now. I don't think he actually is going to get involved in boxing anymore. Don't know what you guys think, but I can't see KSI coming back. Be interesting to see if a Tommy Fury fight happens. I think it might. Jake Paul has said that he doesn't want to give Tommy Fury another chance. Said that he's missed his chance, but I mean, it's going to sell mad pay-per-views. It's going to happen. I really want to know how many this pay-per-view sold, considering the late change. And also, Woodley took this fight on 2 weeks' notice. It is Jake Paul, though. He's not some veteran fighter, so is it really an excuse? Probably not. But yeah, people need to give Jake Paul what he deserves, man. He's got the knockout power. He wasn't that impressive tonight. He really wasn't, apart from that one punch, and it saved him. And it's like, some fighters, even like Deontay Wilder, not saying Jake Paul's anywhere near him, by the way, but doesn't always have a great fight, but that one punch can get him out of it. And that's what Jake Paul did today. He had that one punch, got him out of that situation, and he won. And that is just boxing, man. Yeah, let me know what you think down below. Comment down below if you think it was rigged or not. Just comment rigged or not rigged. Hopefully my audience are smarter than most people, and I want to see a flood of not rigged comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video if you made it this far. If you made it this far, just hit the like button. Really helps the channel out. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, fuck off.